Hello, everyone out there in Atlanta. This is Chris from MajorSneakers.com with another exciting episode of My Talking Head. And I know this video is again once a little late, but I have been a little bit busy the past couple days. I was out at Universal Studios on Monday and Tuesday with some family from New York who had never actually been to the park before. So that was a really cool experience. First time visitors to Universal are always a nice experience because I don't get to go to the park with many people who have never been before and people who don't go on, who have never been on the rides before and stuff like that. So I was busy with that on Monday and Tuesday. And I was working today, so I didn't really get a chance to do a My Talking Head episode to talk about Halloween Horror Nights Ages N25's latest reveal, and that is The Purge. Yes, The Purge is coming to Halloween Horror Nights 25. Now, I'm not going to get into a whole lot of things that may or may not have happened over the last couple weeks, but nevertheless, we have The Purge. So if you have heard or may have heard about what occurred, may or may not have occurred behind the scenes, then good for you. Then But we're not going to get into that stuff. But let's talk about The Purge now. It might be safe to say that some people were kind of surprised about this house coming. The Scare Zone last year was fun. I enjoyed the Scare Zone. It was definitely the strongest Scare Zone they had last year. I am not a fan of the first Purge film. I refused last year to watch The Purge Anarchy because I hated the first film so much. I did get around to watching the second Purge film. It is a better film than the first Purge movie. Still not a great film, but it was almost like the second film kind of got it. It got what the franchise could be. It was more of like an action-oriented type film or a thriller-esque type of film than a straight-up horror film or a home invasion film, which of course was the first movie. And this house is going to be based on more around that, where you're kind of in a suburban environment, houses and things like that, with purgers trying to get at you. Call it morbid curiosity, but this is quickly becoming one of my most anticipated houses. I am extremely curious to see how this thing is pulled off, despite my hatred for the first film. Hopefully it does have a solid blend of the sort of cramped horror style of the first movie combined with a little bit of the thriller-esque action-oriented type of vibe that the second film had, which I really kind of enjoyed. But besides my morbid curiosity about The Purge, I really don't care. Like I said, I did not like the first movie. The second film, in my opinion, was just passable. So I really have no dog in this fight. I could care less. I really don't care. It's The Purge. I know a lot of people like The Purge. It's going to bring people into the event. As far as the IPs go, the ones that have been announced and ones that may or may not have been announced, this or will not be announced, this is the one that I'm looking forward to the least. I just don't have anything invested in the Purge films, so I don't. It is what it is. I'm kind of mad about it. But yeah, so The Purge is coming. What do you guys think? Do you guys like The Purge? Are there any real Purge fans out there? People who really love that first movie? I just don't like the first film. No. But like I said, I did find the second film kind of passable. It was watchable. I liked Frank Grillo in the film. I thought he was awesome. It sort of expanded the world a little bit more, which I really kind of enjoyed, and sort of delved into that, the craziness of what the Purge actually is, and it really makes you question, what kind of crazy government would ever kind of invent something like that. But yeah, so The Purge, I'm not really thrilled about it. It is kind of my least anticipated, even below, I would say, The Walking Dead. At least The Walking Dead for me. I had a little bit invested in that show for the first 3.5 seasons or so before I kind of gave up on it. But The Purge, I just don't have anything invested in it. But I am curious about the house. Like I said, morbid curiosity for those that kind of know what may or may not have transpired behind the scenes. But that's kind of it for the Purge house. Yeah, we should be. I don't know what the actual reveal timeline is at this point. I know Aiello said that everything will be revealed before the end of August. That could mean, subsequent reveals, or it could just mean something dumped in one day before the end of August. So patience, everybody. You got to have patience. Just kind of wait it out. Everything will be revealed. And the event's already taking shape. Like I said, I was down at Universal Monday and Tuesday, and they were already putting out props. We have the pumpkins are back in Central Park, people. There were more props put out in the New York area as of today, which technically it's Thursday as of the recording of this video. But on Wednesday, there were some more props put out in New York. New York is kind of all, it's getting decked out with sort of old school, family-oriented Halloween decorations all over the buildings and things like that. There was like a burnt-out gazebo with like the roof kind of caved in on it. There's a little platform. So things are coming. Things are happening. Scare zones and the props for scare zones are being put out there. And it's fastly approaching. I think we're 30 or 29 days, something like that. It's a month, less than a month. So it's coming. But anyway, so the Purge is happening. Are you ready to purge again, to cleanse yourself, to unleash the beast, as it were? It's coming. So that's it for me right now, guys. And I'll talk to you later.